Hello, Zero here, and welcome to another episode of the Manager series, a 100% lore playthrough of Lobotomy Corporation. So, in the previous episode, we finally got episode B. Unfortunately, there is a bug and it doesn't show in the story. But for this episode, we are just going to go through what we did in the same thing that we did in the previous cycle, which is wrap up everything, research everything before we go to back to day one. Which means I'm going to research these guys again. And I will try to research the Plague Doctor so that I don't have to deal with the Plague Doctor anymore. But we'll see. This episode might take a while, but it is what it is. Alright. So let's start off with that. Sending Adam down here. And sending not Farah but Quinn down here. Also, while we are here, let's go execute some training team people. Since we're not training anymore. Alright, fortitude is fortitude. You can see that. You can see the green arm from D1. So as long as we get prudence, insight. It's the same, huh? Nope, not that. Insight, then we need the attachment. Now, once we get this, well, we got it. The point I was trying to make was once we got the your ball, you're just using your ball to know what the assignment is, but so far it's same everything except for the justice part. And once I'm done with your ball, I'm just going to get one of each, and that is what we are going to go for. Let's just go for these two so we can get the bonuses earlier. So this, and this final that. Alright, we already know what we need. Same thing. This. And I misclicked there. Queen still has enough. And this would be the last. Big Bird is now 5, huh? So far, Judgment Bird hasn't given us any problems yet. We're giving it good results. Same thing with Big Bird. Big Bird's not giving us problems so far. Oh, that's annoying. That was a bad streak. Oh, Punishing Bird is now out. Ah. Alright. Finn can still handle this. Oh, just one more. And 18. It's still high. I mean, this is still high. Yeah, I haven't decided yet, but I think I'll just get the Aleph suit. I'll try to get the Aleph suit. I think I can just get me over here. Just in case this breaches. I don't think it will, but just in case. Can't be... It's now common, so there's a chance it's gonna be normal. When the work result is normal, there's a chance that it will lower. But it's good, so... It's good so far. Big Bird is actually decent. It's an abnormality. Both Big Bird and the Long Bird are decent. I wouldn't mind getting them. Punishing Bird's not really a big of a problem. Right, let's go to the next. Who is in Meltdown? Oh, Red Riding Hood Mercenary. And send Tom over. Who else? Firebird. I'm getting some weird flickers in the video. Chloe can take it. Okay, Adam. Okay. Unescaped entity, this is 6. Should be able to extract one of these. Sure, why not? How much for the Big Bird? This is 115. Probably just get one new one. This abnormality is completely ignorant of the common perception of death The abnormalities that reside in this corporation can be placed into two different categories. The first category is those who understand perfectly well what the concept and meaning of death is, and will attack our staff with the intent to kill. The second has those who are aware of the concept of death, but attack without malicious intent. This abnormality we have contained here fits into neither of the two categories. To this bird, death itself is salvation. If it just ripped off the head of a poor little girl who got lost in the forest, to it there was no mistake, malice or murder. It thinks it just saved the girl from the beast. And Gwen is now masked. What's the bonus of the mask? Repression success rate plus 6%. Okay. Didn't reach? Nope. Nope. Still good. They're going to grab one of these. Circles and roams, crying. Might just get the armor. He got lots of black weapons. He also got lots of black armor, but this is an all-rounder. It's an all-rounder for red and white, and it's good against black. So it is something that would be very, very beneficial to us. Ooh, he got that. And just one more, so he can grab the gun. I'm seeing some flickering in my OBS. I am not sure what that is. What's the gift of Big Bird? A lamp helmet. Oh, still wearing that normal helmet. Might just push the punishing bird, so I can get Hostisha. Let's see. Let's push it to minus 24. It's still getting good results, probably because of the helmet. Still good. I doubt I'm gonna get the Anesthesia. Anesthesia. And that won't stop me from trying. Minus 24 would be the maximum meltdown with us overload. Okay, it's now creeping upon me. Just two more. Oh, it's got a high good rate. Because otherwise it's just gonna randomly kill your people anyway. Ooh, just two more. Maybe even just one more. No. One more. Right, we're going to trigger the dawn, but we're just going to run the hell away from it. Hopefully it's white. And let's just go kill some people. I'm not using the hotkeys, mainly because I don't want this to be a thing. Right, you got a gun. Where is it? It's red. So we are just going to let people run the hell away. Alright, this is annoying. Okay, we got lucky. I'm not going to get the word. I'll just do that later. Let's slow that down. And so once you get at least one, well, once you get one Hostisha, we are going to bug out of here. And that is that. Say goodbye. Yes. Okay. P2 is back after dying. And we got new egos. Let's start with Zion. And the ego is tough. Like a tough guy. A bald tough guy. Only equipable by bald employees or those who have developed alopecia areata. A leather jacket with an unusually luxurious figure. Only those who maintain a clean hairstyle with no impurities on their head will be deemed worthy of equipping this suit. Anyone who wears this jacket is reminiscent of a certain detective who preferred fists over guns. And the tough guy gun is also equipable by only equipable by bald employees. A Glock, reminiscent of a certain detective who fought evil for 25 years, losing hair as time went by. Only those who maintain a clean hairstyle with no impurities on their head will be deemed worthy of equipping this weapon. Perhaps it could even shoot down a helicopter if used well. We didn't get that one, but we got a lamp. For every creature saved, Big Bird's eyes gained another in number. The rage and pride is apparent on the armor. Dozens of blazing eyes always stare into one spot. And finally, Justicia. It's our second pale weapon. It remembers the scales of the long bird and sought not to neglect the weight of even the smallest sins. This weapon may be able to cut not only the flesh, but traces of sin as well. The person who extracted this ego was the most righteous person in the company. You need not bother to remove the bandages wrapping the equipment. There's a sorrowful past that it does not want to reveal. Hopefully, this ego will aid in keeping the peace as it was originally meant to. And finally, the corresponding suit is 555 everything. Not strong against anything, but good against everything. Just like anyone else, its first hope was simple and honest. The wish for peace is now only passed down in an old fairy tale. The person who extracted this ego was the most righteous person in the company. That would be Quinn. You need not bother to remove the bandages wrapping the equipment. There are a sorrowful past that does not want to reveal. Alright, so we got that. I am just going to make a quick cut here because I am going to be preparing for this guy. I am going to make a backup save just in case. So we are going to try to destroy this guy. Okay, so I've already prepared myself for behind that cut. I've already prepared most of my stuff. I've hired some new D class that I will be sending to the doctor, and I've equipped my people with the right weaponry. Unfortunately, the doctor is here, so I'm going to have to force the doctor to move away by retrying the day. That also saves our loadout. Still not good. Alright, I hope I can get it on one of the better rooms. Record team? I think record team's okay. The only problem is the room is a bit wider. Unlike this room, which is a lot easier. So, yeah, we'll just start sending people to the room. They're gonna teleport anyway, so I'm guessing why bother? He just says something in Lord, show us the Father, and it surprises us. Frank is already done too. There was such a man called Joshua, which before time the great same city used sorcery into which we were giving out. Then said Basil to his fellow disciples, let us go that we may die with him. Finally, D1 is blessed. Amelia answered and says unto him, Thou art the Son of God, thou art the King of Israel. Him says unto him, Lord, how is it thou wilt manifest thyself unto us, and not unto the world? And we have two more. From henceforth let no man trouble me, for I bear in my body the marks of him. He answered them, Have I not chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil? Say unto thee, that thou art him, and upon this rock things be. Him and Jacob, sons of thunder. One of you is the devil. Alright. Alright, just run here as a backup plan. Come on. Okay, this is gonna be iffy. Blue star is going to breach. Or not? Okay, Velasquez and Victor are dead. Alright, we're fucked. Wait, what? Haha, we're fucked. Nope. Whoa! Come on! What's wrong? That was wrong. still that dying attack. You're way too close. Mason keeps on dying. I have no idea why. Editor Zero here from the future. Turns out that Mason isn't our Mason. It's actually D4, which is the last apostle, which is, the so-called devil, which makes this suppression of this plague doctor abnormality so-called no death suppression. Of course, the 12 still die because they're turned to apostles, but out of the normal agents we have, none of them died. So this is sort of a challenge suppression, probably one of the hidden challenges in the game that isn't actually part of the game, but we'll get into that whole thing once we reach the end of the game. Anyway, just ignore me when I'm complaining about Mason dying in the next few minutes or so. No one died in this suppression except for the 12 apostles. Alright, while we're here, and we've already cleared that up. Oh, Mason is dead. Lost a spore. Oh, we really lost nothing, so that was an okay thing. Except, of course, for that thing. Right. Let's start researching. Let's see what else has escaped. None of them smiling bodies escape. Sure. But the Queen of Hatred. Is it still escaping? I don't think so. Oh, it didn't escape. Alright. Deals a lot of pale damage. That should be 6 or 7 pale damage if Quinn wasn't wearing the Justice suit. Okay. That was good. Right, let's just take this. Once the Clipbox counter reaches 0, TO346 and its disciples shall advent again. Caution! TO346, unlike other abnormalities, will periodically decrease his Clipbox counter. It is recommended to frequently check up on TO346. So, kind of like the express train to hell, where you need to check on it every 2 minutes, maybe? Or shorter, because this is something stronger. When the worker soul was dead, the Clipbox counter increased. The physical and mental health of every employee in the facility was healed. Which I guess happened now. It's just -6. I think we can still work on it. Quinn. Is Quinn fully healed? Just one more, I guess? So I didn't do a random number here because in one of the previous cycles I already beat this guy, but with heavy casualties. And I was lucky enough to get attachments. I heard thy cries, thy heart reached me, when thou hast called me. Well, it's normal. When the worker soul was normal, Clipbox counter increased with normal probability, and the physical and mental health of the employees stationed in TO346 department were healed. So when it's good, it heals everyone, and otherwise it doesn't. Now before we look at that, let's take a look at the lore. It takes the form of a newborn fetus, though the appearance is so grossly grotesque, it's hard to even call it a fetus. While communication is possible, it doesn't occur in the normal way. Every word he utters echoes throughout the entire containment unit. When the work result was bad, the Clipbox counter lowered and every employee stationed in TO346 department took white damage. My disciples, whom I blessed, ye shall leave the way of evil that once ye were following and find me. And when the time comes, I shall forgive your sins and descend to the earth ye are living on. I guess I'll just go for this to get the extra bonus. So it's immune to white. That's why everyone is equipped with non-white. I think I can do one more before I would retry the day. Okay, that should heal. I guess? Nope. That was the department heal. Right, just one more and we are going to return to memory repository. Or if Quinn dies. Bell struck 12, I couldn't read. So it's White Knight, absorbs all light and sound which surrounds him. White Knight arrived from the end of the world and he walks towards... Quinn's not gonna die here, but it's just gonna be normal. Right, 28. Already no attachment is good. Alright, that's that. And I guess we are just going to go return to memory repository so we can enjoy the spoils of our labor and the death of Mason. Was going for a no death, but with Mason just dying, I think that's kind of partially acceptable. Right, so what I'm guessing what happened was... That's Mason. Where's that? There. There was an extra damage, pale damage at the end, that somehow didn't heal up. But Mason already has that. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to continuously farm White Knight so we can get its ego. But we already got one of its ego. And spoiler alert. So that's the spoils from killing White Knight. So this kind of breaks the whole lore run, pretending that you don't know anything about the whole what's happening in Lobotomy Corporation. But for the sake of completeness, the 100% part, let's just assume that X somehow knows that if you defeat this Plague Doctor, you will get a special reward. And that special reward is Paradise Lost. So we're just going to keep that there. We haven't read all of the new stuff yet. So, yeah. I'm not sure if we read all of the new stuff yet. Yeah, I think... Oh, we already read it, so I guess it's safe to read this before I proceed to a montage of researching the White Knight. So this is Paradise Lost. Wielder cannot recover HP or SP from Department Regeneration. Decreases the target's movement speed and recovers the wielder's HP and SP on a normal attack. So you can only heal from bullets and from attacking an enemy. The amount of damage and healing depends on the number of targets. So it's, I guess, area of attack. It creates a shield that blocks every type of damage when performing a special attack. However, special attacks are only activated when the corresponding abnormality is in the facility. So when White Knight is available in the facility. But without it, there is no special attack. Behold, you stood at the door and knocked, and it was open to you. I come from the end, and I am here to stay for but a moment. At the same time, I am the one who kindles the light to face the world. My loved ones, who now eagerly desire the greater gifts. I will show you the most excellent way. I think I've already read the others. I can't forget because, well, too many cycles. Alright, so what I am going to do just for this episode is I am going to extract another Solemn Lament while we are reading this, and you shall see a montage now. What makes thee hesitate? I work miracles here. You're pretty close there, Quinn. When the bell struck 12, the facility was swallowed by a blinding light. It was the light of redemption for his disciples. Only silence fills the air around White Knight. White Knight arrived from the end of the world, and he walks towards the beginning of a new world. I heard thy cries. Thy heart reached me, Quinn. Thou hast called me. And that was a good result. 666. And a crown. Common. Both are actually good, I think, but attachment has the best. And everyone gets this bonus. No, it's only when you get it 2%. Alright, unlock more lore. The 12 employees who were blessed by him will transform and roam the facility to deliver redemption to every single employee. Wings will grow from their backs, and they will wear masks in the shape of beaks and bear crosses that forgive all sins. Follow my teachings as I told thee. Thou wilt abandon flesh and be born again. His disciples will be born again as ones who shall reach out to those far away from the light. Ones who shall embrace their neighbors. Missionaries who shall spread the gospel to all their fellows. They are. So this is kind of like the Big Bird thing. Deliver redemption by killing everyone. Yeah. White Knight looks like a fetus, but it seems as though he needs no nannying. White Knight came here to redeem you and lead the new world. It should still be okay. It's not good, but I can't complain. Right, so it's White Knight. It produces a maximum of 35. The time has come. Soon the bell shall ring. A new world will come. Rise, my servants. Rise and serve me. I am death and life, darkness and light. It's some moth fetus monster thing. And we only have one ego weapon. So this is 294. This montage is going to take a while. Turn to memory repository. Now we got the suit. I think we can still work on it twice. I think that's good enough. Okay, back to the lore. Paradise Lost. Defense increase, the corresponding abnormality exists in the facility. So, I'm guessing this is its values when the abnormality exists, otherwise it's lower or technically higher. immune to damages that are 5 or lower during suppression. When the wielder has a White Knight's Ego Grip equipped, absorb damages that are 10 or lower during suppression. My loved ones, do not worry. I have heard your prayers. Have you not yet realized that pain is but a speck to a determined mind? You pray onto me to prove my miracles, that you may believe in me, and that by believing you may have life in my name. I shall show you the power. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to give that to Quinn. And of course, White Knight. See how much damage this takes. 2. Damn. Maintenance risk reward pretty much defeats all damage, and you can pretty much tank every VAV ordeal. Well, except of course King of Greed. And that's it. So that's basically it. We already got everything we need out of this cycle. We are going to go back to the first day, and hopefully that would be our last cycle. But before we end this episode, I am just going to show, rather than get a filler episode, because the last thing I'm going to show is going to be pretty short actually. Is another way of defeating White Knight. Well, there are 3 ways of defeating White Knight. We've shown the hardest way of defeating White Knight, which is to attack it one-on-one. It's got 2 guards. Thankfully, the guards are slow in attacking. However, they also have an instant kill attack. That's why we didn't equip anyone with a short-range ego weapon, like a very, very, very short-range ego weapon like Gold Rush. And even then, we still got Mason killed. So again, the trick there is to move all of the blessed employees to the farthest room so they won't interfere. They will still randomly roam, and they will still sometimes show up, but with that, it lowers the chances of that happening. And so you just kite it and go to an elevator when the red ring happens and deals damage to everyone. So yeah, that's pretty much how you deal with that, and hopefully you don't get a lot of people killed. The second, the easier way, is to wait until it shows up here. So if White Knight shows up here in the control team or the information team, you just have to wait until you get a green midnight. So I'm going to show in the VOD what green midnight looks like if you forget what Midnight of Green looks like. So it's a laser that fires black damage, and it's got a ton of health. Its guards won't be able to kill it in time, unlike any other abnormality, like say, as we've seen with the Queen of Hatred. Queen of Hatred just dies to the guards, but the Midnight of Green will just deal continuous damage and will kill White Knight, and you will still get the bonus. So now what I will show you is how to deal with White Knight without doing both, and it's actually lore friendly also. So I'm not going to spend another episode like what I did with Gebra. So here it is. Okay, so here's the setup for the easy defeat of White Knight. As mentioned, you've got 3 ways of defeating White Knight, and I've already shown you the hardest way to defeat White Knight. So now what we are going to do is the easiest way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So just the same, I'm going to trigger it. So we've been conveniently ignoring this guy in a plague suit. So it can't do anything. I don't think you can even put it in the shelter. Where's the shelter? No, you can't put it in the shelter. So this guy can't do anything. And it's got a mask. So this is the 12th disciple, which is our devil, our Judas. So how they defeat White Knight with Judas? It's not, no one's going to attack it. It's invulnerable. It's practically invisible. Let's see. So we'll just do the only thing that it can do, which is go to the one sin and hundreds of good deeds and repent its sin of betraying the White Knight. And let's see what happens in that case. It's also immune to everything. Can even watch this. It's just gonna die. Alright, let's just watch that first before we confess our sins. Oh. The mercenary is not really taking that much damage though. But it's gonna lose. Alright. Let's not waste our time there. We've already seen lots of Battle Royale before in Gebra. And let's confess our sin. We shall see the light of penitence. And it dealt a shit ton of damage to it. And everyone's dead. Yep, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. Next episode, we are finally going to go back to the... Well, we're going to finally go back to day 1 and end our cycle. Again, new episodes go up on YouTube every day, 12 midnight UTC or 8 a.m. Philippine time. Also, if you want to watch me record this, I am on Twitch. So just follow the link in the description. Also, all of these episodes have an episode guide. If you haven't checked the description, it has an episode guide of what happens per episode. It's just a summary and it's heavily spoilery. So it's just for those who want to know what happens when in which episode, since this is already over 70 episodes. So anyway, that's all I have to say, and that's it for this video. See you in the next episode.